What's good? Good morning. It's a little gray. It's a little cloudy. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you if you are a mother. My mom occasionally watches these. Happy Mother's Day to you, Mom, if you do watch this one. Um, a theme that I've been trying to integrate into my mindset as of lately is this concept, you get what you give. I'm sure you've heard that, and it sounds so very simple, but it can get very deep and complex, especially when I'm trying to mix esoteric teachings and thoughts in with it. So you get what you give. If you give love, you're going to get love. If you give hate, you're going to get hate. And while that sounds very easy on the surface to acknowledge, it's really difficult to enact. Humans, we are gifted or cursed with these egos. And these egos can have good and bad side effects. The bad side effects are that we can get so self-absorbed that we forget how to be selfless. We forget how to love unconditionally. We forget how to be compassionate. And that extends to others, but that also extends to the self. If you are unable to be compassionate to yourself, if you are unable to be loving of yourself, you're going to create this dark hole that is going to then try to suck. It's like a black hole. It's going to try and just suck other people in. And I think for me personally, there was a point in my life where I fell into that, my own personal black hole. I was bitter. I was angry. I was resentful. I was entitled. And it really shaped my perspective of reality. And then that sort of created a positive feedback loop where my perspective of reality was fucked. The consequences of that actually made my reality suck. And then the perspective, consequences. And so I've been trying to break that theme, and I've been trying to do as much or as many things as I can from a place of love. And so when I find myself sort of getting grumpy, or when I find myself getting impatient, I stop and I'm like, Andrew, can you find a place of love right now? Can you find a place of love right now? And often I can, sometimes I can't. And it's just, I got a lot of just work and transmuting to do, but I'm getting a lot better at it. I'm not perfect by any means. And that's a big struggle with growth and development, is that when you begin to make progress, you want to acknowledge and honor and reward that progress, but you don't want to become complacent. And then you also don't want to be unrealistic and say, oh, I've progressed, I'm good and whole and complete now. No, because you're never complete in your journey of growing and evolving. And so, yes, I've grown, but yes, I know I have a lot more to grow and a lot more to do. I'm very blessed that I had a really amazing dog for only about 6 to 7 years of my life. I thought we were going to have a lot more together, but he taught me. I don't ever directly talk with spirit guides. I don't ever directly talk with the universe. I'm so very fascinated with the esoteric and how it sort of overlaps and meshes with philosophy. But I'm not like a person who, says, oh, I have conversations with my spirit guides all the time. But I do feel like if there is this whole other transcendent realm of spiritual reality, he was a spirit guide. And he came here on earth to just teach me this lesson of love, unconditional love, and to be present. And Odin was his name, and he was the best dog. And I give him all the credit, because when I am struggling to find a place of love, I look to him and I say, what would Odin do? And I picture his big ol' staffy smile. He was an American Staffordshire Terrier, also known as a pit bull. But, he had that big head and the big smile. And he loved everyone except, like things that activated his prey drive. But that's just his instincts. I forgive him. He never killed anything, but he would chase the shit out of a squirrel. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyways, so I'm really blessed to have had that time with him, and I think he's a spirit guide, and I talk to him. He, like, when I pray to the universe, he's essentially who I pray to. I just talk to him, kind of, and I picture him in this. I understand heaven in that it's a realm above us, but it's not separate. It's so hard to explain, but I picture him, and he's able to look down, and when I talk to him, he knows. And I'm not saying that that's actually happening. I'm just saying that's sort of how I conceptualize things. And in that conceptualization, it creates a realness that actually gives effect to me. So whether or not it's real in the sense of like the verisimilitude, the truthfulness of it, or real in that it creates an effect, that's a gray area, very much a gray area, but it creates an effect for me. It's a motivating effect. It's a challenging effect because it's challenging me to grow, and I'm so thankful for him. One more esoteric concept I want to try and loop into all of this. I'm at the casino. It's actually busy. I didn't think it would be busy for Mother's Day, but my last 2 sessions have been okay. I've won $150 between the two. But there's this hermetic principle, the principle of rhythm, that life has cycles and seasons, and there's a certain flow to things. And I've been playing with reality and how things move and flow together. My goal today is to get into a good rhythm, make a few $100 in just a few hours, and leave. I'm only 50 hours into my blackjack career, so it's still very much the beginning. If I lose $100, so what? If I win $100, sweet. But I've been in a dark season of life for the last several years, a dark night of the soul. It was a very cliche dark night of the soul. Google that, and then it's cliche, but so true and so accurate. So now it is time for me to transition into a more bright and positive season, a season of abundance, a season of health, wealth, love, and prosperity. And to wrap it all up, community. I had a really good little chat with the cute girl from the Burger Shack last night. Watched some of my past videos. I've talked about her. She's a lot younger than me. She's 21. I'm 37, but I think there might be something there. I'm just playing the long game with it though. So I see her once a week. We talk a little bit, and super rambling, but rhythm. It is time for my life to have a harmonious and abundant rhythm. And if you have also been experiencing a dark period, you need to acknowledge that's where you're at and then start taking steps to swing the pendulum, to a new season. Because it's inevitable that you're going to experience these dark seasons. And in the darkness, those are the best times to really do the work to allow yourself to blossom, to flourish, and to grow. Just like a plant or just like a seed, you're in the darkness, but you're just taking in all these nutrients and you're just gonna burst out and grow and flourish and provide beauty to the world. But you gotta go through the darkness. So you get what you give. I want to give love. I want you to have health, wealth, abundance, prosperity, and community. And I want you to want that for me. And if we can sort of integrate that mindset into the mainstream, I think that's what Jesus called loving thy neighbor. I'm not a Christian, but you can't argue that Jesus was a figure of some kind historically, much like the Buddha, right? Or Siddhartha, who was the Buddha, who became the Buddha, right? I'm rambling. I'm going to wrap up the video there. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Together, we're going to build the new earth, but I need your help in raising the awareness of this channel so we can raise awareness to the message of building the new earth. Much love.